Did you know that 70% of you said that foods during the holiday season create a bunch of stress for you? I did a survey. I have about 7,000 women on my newsletter list, and I did a survey, and so many of you responded. 70% said the food stresses you out. 20% said that it's just the stress and rushing around and a lack of sleep that stress you out this time of year. And then 15% of you said that the travel and just being out of your routine kind of makes you feel like you're out of sorts. And I can totally relate to that. But I want to circle back to the food since 70% of us are feeling a little bit of stress with regard to holiday temptations. So let's break it down and talk about it. I feel like in the lipedema community, we are often sold these one size fits all dietary approaches and avoiding whole food groups and never having any fun foods and yada, yada, yada. That is not a nutritional lifestyle. And oftentimes it's rooted in pseudoscience or it didn't come from a food and nutrition expert to begin with. So, I want to talk for a second about anti inflammatory eating and what foods are and are not. Foods are not good or bad, they're either healthy or they're not as healthy. So, when you think about creating a foundation of overall anti inflammatory eating, you want roughly 85% of what you are eating to be healthy. And hopefully that still holds true during this busy time of year. So maybe that looks like a healthy breakfast and lunch, and we're going to indulge at dinner and have some treats. And that is okay because having some holiday treats is not going to set back the progress you made. It's not a moral obligation that you have to uphold this very strict style of eating all of the time. The reality is that to create a lifestyle, you have to be able to have foods that you enjoy here and there and not go overboard. And when we restrict foods that we enjoy, when we have access to them, we typically can't control ourselves. That's a binge restrict cycle. It's a classic diet culture issue. And so, what I want to encourage you to do is to be intentional about the treats that you want to enjoy. I know I'm going to do this. I'm going to have some fudge this holiday season. And yes, I know it's not healthy. And yes, I know it is basically fat and sugar. I'm okay with that. I'm going to have a piece of fudge or two and I'm going to enjoy it. And that's something that I like at the holidays. So, whatever that food is for you, enjoy it, but just don't enjoy it too long because conversely, when the holiday is over, we want to go right back to our nourishing foods. And to hit on the second part of this survey where people said they felt stressed and when things are out of their ordinary, that kind of gets them off track, so to speak, with what they need to be doing, not off track with nutrition, but just off track in general. When you plan for things, you actually have more control, and we get stressed when we can't control a situation. So, if you remember that and you plan ahead, you're going to be less stressed, you're going to be more fun to be around, and you're going to be able to be a real human and honor your holiday traditions without feeling like you have to let go of all the things that you used to enjoy before you knew you had lipedema. Eating a couple indulgent foods is not going to progress your lipedema. You may experience a little bit more swelling, but that's okay. It's fluid shifts, those will go away. You want to just indulge with intention. So I hope you have a very, very happy holiday season, and I will see you soon. We're approaching 2026. I can't believe it. See you soon. Bye bye.